Hello friends and welcome back to Restore You. It is Angela and I'm just here for a little craft with me. I actually had my project bin that needed to be sorted, and I had all kinds of projects that I had recently done that needed to be filed, and so I thought, well, let's see what we have that's already created. We'll do a quick little recap and then play along and see if we can create some fun ephemera for our journals. So this is the one I did where I made the, I used the alcohol inks, and we made vintage tape, and I used some, what did I use? Transparency film, and then we made some pieces with the alcohol ink. So now that these are all dry, I wanted to show you what they look like. They're really super cool. The one thing I haven't busted out yet, and I keep saying I need to play with it and then maybe do a quick tutorial. I love how this turned out, but I love poppies, but look at how that color is. So pretty, and they're just fun to play with. If you like to color, this will totally be up your alley. This one I just stuck those few little dragonflies and butterflies on there just so you can see what it looked like. No real rhyme or reason. So I had those to put away. And then let's see. Oh, I also, okay, so the other day, I was playing with wax seals, and then my kids came upstairs, and then they both wanted to do them. And I had, what did I have to buy? I had a box of, like a plastic bin full of the wax, but I needed to buy something. I don't know. Anyway, whatever I had to buy, I'm sorry, I've been inking. Whatever I had to buy, I needed, or it came with some more wax seals. And I thought, oh, we're just going to play with these. Oh, I know what it was I needed to order. For some reason, I did not have the little thing to sit my spoon in. And so I was like, if I'm going to do these, I'm going to do a lot of them, and I do not want to sit there holding that spoon over the tea light. So I ordered one of those, and it came with a bunch of other waxes. And so basically the kids and I did this whole entire bag. I have some video and some photos of the kiddos helping me. And, wax seals are really super easy. This one I just made like a little over the top tag and stuck that on that. The nice thing about the wax is that you can punch it really easy and with no problem whatsoever. So that was kind of fun. And then I also played around with, here's another little, I love that bee. And I don't have tons of different designs. I just have a few, but here's one that I put the bulb pin on just for a little dangle. I thought we would leave some of these out just in case we want to use them. These were just plastic. I have a bunch of the charms or pendants, whatever you want to call it. I bought them initially to do resin, and my resin is at the venue, and I need to bring that home and play with it. But that was kind of a hot mess, but I was like, yeah, it's plastic. It's fine. I can use it. And then this one has a little butterfly in it. So these are really fun. And this actually was, I think Tina at Shabby Dabby Doodot did some of these. So I decided, I love this one. It looks like turquoise. So I thought, well, I'll give it a try. I just used, the only one that was really a nice one was this brass one. But so fun to work with. But one little tip, if you have a wax stamp, I'm trying to find something I can put this on that you'll be able to see it. This probably might be a little bit better. What I did, and the kids and I did, is every time, instead of scooping out the wax, I just held it and I just kept kind of melting it down for a second, I'm going to just put a few of these on there. There's a couple of wax remnants there. I'm just going to flip a few of these over. I want to find a few tiny ones. And you guys, I will never have to buy adhesive dots again. Like, some of them are totally perfect. Like these two little tiny, tiny, tiny ones. You know, some of them aren't, but they're still fun. And look at all the colors. Let's just see if I can get them up here. So use as much as you possibly can from that wax. Don't just scoop it out with your, you know, paper towel or whatever. Have another piece of wax paper. Wait, no, not wax paper. That was my one other tip. I realized waxed paper does not work well. Parchment works fantastic. It pops right off. But those are just so cute, and I can just pop them on in the center of a flower or whatever. So that's my wax seal tip for you today. Let's see, what else did I have? Oh, and then this was, so I did the Rustic 7 challenge, and that was by Elise at Elise_Klatschmon, and she is on Instagram. And I did her challenge and then tagged a few of my friends. I tagged Tanya at Tatty Treasures, Lori at Enchanted Dreams 71, and Julie at Camellia Craft Designs. But this is, I'll link the video because this was really fun to do. But I had the girls at the office pull 7 items from our dental office and then a whole bag full of tools that I could use. And this is how it turned out. The back, horrific. But we got a D for done on the back part. And I used all 7 of them. If I had more time, I could have done a whole lot more. But one thing I thought I'd show you is this was a piece of like the 3-ply. It's really thin. Can't see it very well. But I used alcohol ink on it, and I thought, well, before I put that in my scrap box, maybe we can use some of that today. And then this is kind of funny. This was, they had given me, not as one of the 7 items, but as a tool, this Profi paste, which is basically a gritty paste that they polish your teeth with, right? So if you're familiar with Tim Holtz grit paste, it very much feels like that. This has been drying for several days. It's still kind of wet, so I'm calling this a no-go. There's what it looked like when I added alcohol inks to it. That just looks horrible. But I thought I would show you because it's kind of funny. It did remind me of the grit paste, so that was interesting. And then off camera, I worked on a couple of things. So I was watching Natasha at Treasure Books, and she was making paper out of items. She used napkins and what did she use? Did she use gauze or I don't remember. But so I started playing with it and made some of my own. I didn't do this on camera, but here's a couple pieces of how it turned out. Very fun, super duper easy. All you literally do is take, you know, wax paper, parchment, a cereal box liner, that's what she used, and you put down, I use Mod Podge. You put down a layer of Mod Podge all over that wax paper. You lay your napkin or whatever thin product you are using. You put another layer over the top and then tap in the edges, kind of to form it into a paper like this. And the hardest part is waiting for it to dry. And it was so fun and so easy. So I just stuck these in this little sample book. But this I thought we could use because it's pretty durable. And I used it when I just made these tiny little clusters. And so I thought, did I use it in this one? I did not use it in that one. But I thought maybe we could use that to play with. I don't know what we're going to all get to and play with, but why not before we put it all away? I was working the other day on, I'm just putting this stuff aside, on organizing my ephemera, and I realized I had a lot that wasn't finished. And so I thought, well, I need to like make some finished ephemera. So I separated them all and I've been working on those. But a couple other things, I had been fussy cutting. This is one of my digitals. And I had been fussy cutting some of them out. Well, as I was doing this, I had a squirrel moment, which is not unusual. And I had cut this strip and I was like, oh, you know what I should do? I should bust out my old vintage electric typewriter and just have some fun typing some phrases. So I did that. I think, you know, these are for me, but I think there's some typos on some of them. I'm like, it's fine. It's for me. I'm practicing. And, you know, there was a lot of trial and error because you're working with these little tabs and you're trying to get it centered, and that didn't necessarily work, but there's one that's finished. So we could use that as ephemera too. And then, like, look at this one. That's horrible. But to me, it's fine. You know, and I was just having fun with it. Like this one is just a whole bunch of phrases about gardening. And like I goofed up the believe. And nothing is perfect. But it gave me a moment to brush up on my skills, my typing skills. So then what I ended up doing, oh, I guess I have another one there, is I had these old tabs, they're stickers, and so I just stuck them in. Not this one, this was pre-printed, but, and just played around with that. So we have those we can work with. And then I had some coffee dyed cardstock. And so I had a bunch of work. Well, look at how this, it's not going to probably get my hands clean. I had a bunch of words that were in a file that I've been working on and saving. And I was eventually going to do a printable. And I thought, you know what, let's just take those words and I'll just, again, practice my typing skills. I can't believe that, I still type like normal typing on my like iPad and my computer. I know a lot of people don't do that anymore, but I was amazed at how many things that you like that backspace and delete button on your iPad or your phone is something you get pretty used to. So those are just some of the words. I did take photos of these, so if I wanted to just stick them up as a freebie, if everybody that is on my Facebook group understands that Angela may have had some typos along the electric typewriter journey. But this one is this one's a little bit more about fashion, because I thought I could put that in the fashion journal. And then this was these were all from another digital I did that was, what did I do that? Oh, this was on my courses, on my mykajabi.com. And so I just replicated them there. So I thought we could use some of those too. And then what else do I have in my little, I had clean out time, but I found these file folders that I got. These might have been something I bought years ago. I don't know. They don't have a thrift shop. But I thought these kind of went with some of the colors, so I thought we would use those up. Ooh, and they're I thought they were shiny, but they're not. They are just cardstock, so that's even better. So we've got several of those to work with. And what else? I didn't realize how much these were kind of all blending in color. Oh, this is a Susan Branch book, and I started working on this. And I've got some words and phrases, but what I thought was, what if we go to April or May, since we are now in the month of May, and maybe we can use some of these images or phrases. I love the wellies, the garden gloves, of course her words. So I thought we would leave that out and maybe use some of those too. Just trying to use some things before I put them all away. So let's put that there. And last but not least, I have this. So we should probably use that up. But this I've been making these for months, and I keep meaning to show you all this, because if there is one stamp that I don't think I mean, it's probably my favorite stamp of all time, is this Close to My Heart. It does come with thin cuts, so if you want, here, let me just take the whole thing out. Here it is. But it is the library card and the thin cut to make both the card and the pocket if you want. Of course, you know I have not used this yet because I'm still too chicken to get out my my new Sizzix that I got because it's been so long. So I do have it out, and I have all the things that are my supplies ready. So I'm going to do a live demo, I think, and play with it. So that should be entertaining. I hope I don't mess it up. But I have, here's just a couple that I did. And I didn't even round the edges or anything, but I mean, it's got the stamp, it's got all of the numbers and letters. So if you don't have one of those punches, it's awesome. I will give you the link to this specific product on the Close to My Heart link. It'll be in the description. But these are just some I did using, I like the Old Man in the Sea. So those are all done and ready. And I thought, well, we could use some of those. But we also have these blank ones. So, and I'd like to get them out of my little extra project box. So, but look how nice. I mean, remember, I'm not a very good stamper. But, I mean, these are just awesome. Every color you can imagine. So you never have to worry about it. And the nice thing is if you do have a die cutting machine and you have, you know, just regular colored paper, you can make them like all sorts of things. So I probably won't stamp any today, but I wanted you guys to see that. I'm going to put that aside with my Sizzix project and we'll go ahead and get started. Okay, one thing, move this out of the way because I've now managed to annihilate another backdrop. So see that? that's a girl hard at work crafting. Okay, let's get a little bit organized here. So we've got some pieces that we can use if we want. And we've got this. I'm just wondering if we should start with these. Let's start with the big one. This one says A Mother's Love, which is very Mother's Day-ish since Mother's Day is coming up. Oh, I have a couple things. First of all, a shout out. All of you that are here with me often, thank you again for returning. But today, Sharon, Carol, and C. Beth Whitlow, welcome to the channel. I appreciate you. And I actually do a lot of my videos ahead of time. And so I mess this up every time that I go to do it because they all come out at different times and then I forget to mention sales. But I am going to have a sale on my Etsy shop. Now, I know this is going to air on, I think, May 6th, which is this Friday. And the sale doesn't start until June, but I'm telling you guys on every video that I still have left to do because I've recorded some as far out as the end of the month. So I want to at least give you a heads up as much as possible. I had intended to do one for my birthday and that didn't happen. So in the month of June, I'm having a Schools Out for Summer sale, which basically means that things hopefully will be a little more settled down for me. And I will have the ability to focus on shipping things and adding new items, you know, both physical and digital to the shop. But it will be 20% off on the entire shop for the month of June. And I'm doing that because I plan to have a sale in June to liquidate some of my supplies. And, you know, I want to give you guys an opportunity to have a discount because you're my loyal followers before I start taking maybe some of those kits and things off to the shop. Okay, so I don't want to like overthink this, but what if we put a piece of this behind it? That kind of looks cool, doesn't it? And, ooh, it did rip. Not easily. I mean, this stuff is, we're talking pretty durable. And I really had a lot of fun making it. Okay, this one I had a typo on. Do I care? I'm not going to care. This is my very favorite quote from Allie from The Notebook. Most of the time I have all these thoughts bouncing in my head, but with a brush in my hand, the world just gets kind of quiet. I really like that. So true, isn't it? We all can relate. Too much. Maybe I should just do... Nah, too boring. Or, too bright. That says thank you. That's not going to work. Should I just stick with what I said I was going to do here? Come on, Ange. Okay. Let's give it a little zhuzhin all around. So I hope you guys have been good. And I hope you're having fun. So mark your calendars. If you haven't been to our Etsy shop, it is, you can just search To Restore You. And you should find it in the shops. And then, and mark your calendars because it starts June 1. I'll try to remember on every one of my videos to mention it. What I'm using right now, if you notice that this is really getting some coverage, it's what I call my juicy dauber. And I use this on larger projects because I don't normally use these kind of daubers. And I thought it would be good. And I just keep putting re-inker right on here. I do love it like that. Otherwise, I wasn't using it. Okay. I kind of want to round these edges. Let's see. What else do I have to tell you? Oh, I will, if you go to my To Restore You Essentials, before I, well, it might be after I actually get it posted, but, before it goes live, I will make sure that those wax seals, the piece that I had to get, are added in my To Restore You Essentials. And you guys are probably all familiar with an Amazon affiliate, but Dave and I do have it's under Restoration Harmony because we have other like things that we suggest for home decor and supplies that we use in our own homes and that kind of thing. But when you click on the link, it helps Dave and I actually support our business and to support the channel for sure. So if you just want to take a play and you just go shop and you click on that link, then I get a little bonus, and it costs nothing. There's no biggies. I've had my affiliate for a very long time. I mean, it's not like you make millions or anything, but it's just kind of nice, especially as much as we use both in our home renovation business and in crafting from Amazon. It's just nice that I love it when others tell me, hey, here's where you can find this. You know, I almost... The problem with this is that it's sticky and it's only one-sided, so. Okay, one down. To did. We'll put that there. What else shall we do? You know what? Maybe just for the fun of it, should we try this? I wasn't going to stamp today, but I'm thinking, I wonder if we just try it. I've already got it on the, let's see, what color should we do? Let me grab a color. Okay, Angela, don't make this so difficult. Jeez. How about we try this outdoor denim? It doesn't really go with what we're doing, but we could use one of these, and instead of using it as a, it doesn't seem to be coming off on my stamp. I don't know. This might be bad. We're just going to try it and see what happens. What we could do with this is make this into a tag. Make it a little different. I'm looking over at my stack of finished ephemera and going, what do I really need more of? I don't know. I didn't think about that when I was going through it. Oh yeah, look at that. Perfect. So I've used this, I mean, I can't even, just so much. But I decided, as I was waiting for another project to dry, I thought, well, I'll just play around with this and then put the things away. And then I thought, well, why don't I just do this on camera? Because, you know, why not? I know. No, I'm not cutting that all the way across because I'm like, well, I might need it. I think it's my old scrapbooking days. I do that all the time. Let's turn this. Let's use some of these little pieces from that. Where's my... From that Susan Branch book. See if we can find something fun to go in here. I'm thinking those boots need to go somewhere. Oh, that's not gonna... Oh, and you know what? By the way, see this rough edge? I'm going to show you something. This one. I have a bunch of these. And I always forget to get it out and use it. So I end up using my scissors, which you can do. You know, you just go like this and it does the same thing. But it roughs up your edges. So it was one of those forgotten items. I'm like, I need to use that. So voila. Now I can say that I used it at least once today, huh? I watched, when I was having my coffee this morning, I watched Tanya at Teddy Treasures, who, if you don't follow her on Facebook, she has a Facebook group called Teddy Treasures and Friends, and she does a challenge every month, and that's always fun. And I don't know if she's the one hosting it or if she's got somebody else from that's in the Facebook group that's hosting it. I didn't catch that. I think it was her, but anyway, she's doing, it's, ooh, I have a stack of that. I'm like, ooh, I have a stack of miscellaneous items that need to be put away. Count? I don't know. Attention, Mother's Day is coming. It's the second Sunday in May. Be ready. Thank you, Susan. All right, I have to just cut this out like that. So I'm thinking, I'm really trying my hardest to get every single video for the month of May done. In the next week. I value my garden more for being full of blackbirds than of cherries, and very frankly give them fruit for their songs. Okay, well, let's do it. Well, I had an idea and I might have just messed it up, but let's see. Will it work? I should have done this before. Darn it. Oh, it works. I just want her. Just to mix it up a little bit. All right, let's move this. We got a blackbird. We have a quote. I could have used something from my garden quotes too. My garbage is overflowing over here. Where is my... I'm getting a little unorganized. So my intention with this, like, little book is I thought, like, the Mary Englebright one, I cut all of the things because I don't want all those books. I mean, it's just too much. So I cut out everything. I have them in a big 12 by 12 thing, and I have them by, like, holidays, kids, that kind of thing. Because someday I'm going to do a journal with it. I don't know when, but let's see. I don't know if I want to use the birds on this one or not. And I don't know how much we're going to get done. I had no plan. I just wanted to visit with you guys. And I thought, well, I could just sit here by my lonesome and craft by myself. Or hop on here. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out. Let's move Susan out of the way. Too bad I didn't have any cherries on here, do I? No, but there's lots of vegetables. Looking. Okay, let's use a piece of this writing on here too. I'm just trying not to get the gloves. I want to use this. I want to make sure that I wanted to use the gloves, and I also wanted to use the kitchen garden, so I didn't want to lose that. Let's see. I'm losing that there. Come on over here. Sometimes I just have to laugh. I have an aunt who is a crafter, and we used to do a lot of, like, when we would do a lot of, like, crops and, you know, retreats. And every time that we would go, she would take, I always say, take, you know, like on the road, you're taking your half out of the middle. And we'd be sitting together at a table, and she'd be spread out. By the time we were done, she had, like, pretty much all the table. And sometimes when I'm sitting here in my craft room, I'm like, gosh, I kind of feel like Aunt Jan today. I'm taking my half out of the middle. I've spread out so far that it's crazy. I don't know. Are you guys, I mean, it's usually not on one project. It's usually I have things ready on deck for the next project. And so that's where, you know, everything's kind of spread out. But I don't know. Are you guys stay in your own space kind of crafters, or do you take your half out of the middle? was kind of thinking it would be nice to give this just a little extra height and make it more of like a kind of over the top. I'm going to do it. I don't think I've ever done this before, but why not try it? And I'm just digging out of my scrap bin over here, which is not, I don't have a ton. I went through it again, but it didn't have enough stuff to do like another scrap buster video, because I'd like to do one where I actually go through the process and show you every bit of it, but I'm trying to find something else to put in with that little. Let's see, let's come back here. I don't want to use the boots. Oh, you know what we could use? Hold on. Let's get in here. I have these kind of see-through vellum. Oh, that mason jar is cute. And I know I have a bunch of yellow flowers somewhere. I feel one coming up. There. Do flowers remind me of blackbirds? A little bit. Let's see, is that taped down enough? I didn't even see what this was going to look like. I just went for it. Oh. Well, it is what it is now. Jeez. Landon was coming out of his room. He was going back to school, and so I got a little distracted there for a second. Ooh, that kind of moved a bit. So let's see, what else do I know? Oh, we spent the weekend kind of getting, just prepping for graduation, like getting the sprinklers ready, kind of making some plans for the yard, that kind of thing. So that was pretty much our weekend. Nothing too exciting. And now, so funny when I'm saying, I'm just looking at this to see if I need anything else. I think I'm going to leave it how it is, and then when I'm ready to use it, then I can always add something to it. All right, let's do another one of these. Should we do this one or this one? Well, let's do something. Let's look at both of them. This is some of, this looks so great with the Susan Branch stuff. This is some of my P13 scraps. So we have some options there too. I want to get the glubs, as Demi used to call them. Oh, I don't know. Do I want to do this? I hate fussy cutting. Well, I'm not going to fussy cut. I'm going to kiss cut. So that just means kind of going around loosely. And I don't want to cut these apart necessarily. So I'm going to see how this goes. So it has kind of the white edge. I know some people do not like that. I do not mind it at all. Mostly because I don't like to fussy cut. And then just a little distress ink and problemo solved. I suppose we can keep them together, because if they don't go on right away, they will be surely lost. Oh, crud chunks. There we go. Okay, we got some more garden items. Now we got to decide which one of these we want to use. Is there anything else? I want to keep this kitchen garden thing. don't know. Should we save the word may? We may as well. Here's some garden words. What if we put one of these? This one says, oh, the green thing's growing, the green thing's growing, the faint sweet smell of the green thing's growing. Okay. We got tomatoes over here. I know you can't see that. I'm thinking this. I'm just going to pull the whole thing out. First of all, let's get all the garden tools, the trowel and such. I'm not saying I'm going to cut these out because it's probably not going to happen, but at least they're there. That's too big. Should have used that small one, and now I cut it out. It's okay. We're going to do it anyway. Remember, there's always a solution. So I think we'll try to get this one done, and then we may be calling it a video. I didn't use as much stuff. Or I may just keep on going and do another one. Put away all of my stuff that I'd already done. And maybe see if I can find something to do for Tanya's video. Just keep on rolling. I may cut those out. Let's see what we got here. Okay, so these are just all flowers. So I don't think that's going to work. I could put this kitchen gardens on here. Just see what it looks like. What else do I have in store for you guys? I've got some really cool Thrifty Thursday hauls coming up. I have one, and I am so... I want to show you guys so badly, but it probably won't air until June because I'm doing a little research on it because it's something, that's for sure. Let's see if we did it up here. Maybe I just cut that out. I don't like that on there. And so I want to make sure I know what I'm talking about. But like I said, that won't air until sometime in June. Because I'm way ahead on my Thrifty Thursday hauls because I needed to get them done. I had a lot of things I hadn't done. And then I had my birthday extravaganza. Thrift day, and so I don't think those two really go there. Do they? I feel like I should be saving those boots for something really fun. But I don't know what. Let's see what else we got over here. Eat your vegetables, Mom. Okay, we got to put that on there. That's awesome. Just make it really tiny. I don't know. Did your kids like vegetables? My kids did. Mostly like green beans and corn. They used to my sister used to make these peas for them. I like peas if they're fresh, but not my favorite. Maybe we just use the gloves. No, that looks silly. Let's just go with this. I am way overthinking it. I could be also using my glue stick. But for some reason, I'm not. I don't even know why. It's Monday. And I know you won't be watching this until Friday, but it's Monday. So there's that. And I need to see how many videos I can get done today without, like, feeling overwhelmed. So that tomorrow, I did all my laundry. I don't know. It's my worst, like, chore. So it's all done. But it all needs to be full. And I hang up most of my clothes, so I don't know why I dislike it so much. But, you know, the thing is that Dave is the same way. He doesn't like to do it either. So, see, that's a problem. Neither one of us like to do laundry. Washing it and drying it, no problem. It's the folding it and putting it away. But I am very blessed because both my kids do their own laundry. They learned very, very young. They wanted to learn. They just started doing it like almost exclusively for themselves in the last couple of years. But yeah, I like that. All right. That still needs something, but we'll wait. This is super cute, even with my typo. I think I'm just going to keep on going, and so I will call this a video, and then use some of the supplies that I haven't, and maybe I will do something with the wax seals for, I have a stack of that for Tanya's little challenge for May. All right, well, thanks for just hanging out and playing. I know this wasn't really too exciting, but I did remember to tell you about the challenge. So I'm going to hop off for now, and then I'll be right back with some more fun. Until next time, friends, remember to take time to just be, and I will see you soon. Cheers.